Now with the top story tonight, we wrap up our talk with our pal, Jon Stewart. Let's play a little bit of a scenario. I'm thinking about running for president. And
I think that's a really bad idea.
I want you to be my vice president.
I think that's a really bad idea, too.
Now
Listen,
look,
I got pictures of me from college that I have in a shoebox that preclude me from working at the post office.
Stuart,
so I would not. You have no idea the trouble you'd be
This is
getting
why
into.
I've selected you as my vice president.
All right.
Okay? Your image is so bad, no matter what they found, it wouldn't matter. Okay, now, I have to vet you. I'm vetting you on the air. Global warming.
What about it?
All right? You're big on that. You're frightened of it. You want to flee, don't you?
Flee what? The Earth?
The planet, yeah.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay right now, yeah.
I got to have your POV on this.
I guess, look, I'm not a scientist. I can only assume common sense. If you burn a lot of stuff and put it in the atmosphere, it means something. What it means, I don't know.
But you believe in global warming, man-made.
I have no reason not to.
What do you want to do about global warming? What do you want to do?
What do I want to do about
No
it?
more barbecues? What do you want? What do you want?
I really enjoy barbecue. What I would like to do about global warming is, I think, rebuild our energy infrastructure. You know, that super grid sounds like a pretty good idea.
Green energy?
If it makes sense. I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't.
All right, let's go to Iran. If you're my VP, I'm going to have to put you in charge of very delicate negotiations. Now, Iran's building, nuclear weapons over there, and if they get them, they might give them to some guy named Ahmed, who might then take them to Cleveland and blow everything up. So, what are we going to do with that?
Well, doesn't Pakistan have nuclear weapons?
Yes,
and
they do.
Couldn't they give it to somebody?
I don't know.
Doesn't Russia have nuclear weapons?
Russia
Couldn't
does.
they give it to somebody?
They could.
The problem isn't the country that gets them. The problem seems to be the weapon. I think the strategy of what we've done, and again, thank you guys for ratcheting up the fear on this.
You're not afraid that Iran gets a nuclear weapon and they cause all kinds of
There's a
havoc
lot of
with it?
things to be afraid of in the world. I asked a guy,
You're a Jewish guy, right?
What?
You're a Jewish guy.
Who told him?
All right.
Son of a did you tell him?
So I believe I believe that the president of Iran
What gave it away? Was it my happy Hanukkah when I walked in?
I think
there is a war on Hanukkah in this country, mister.
I believe the Ahmadinejad, he wants to drive you and all the other Jewish people into the sea.
So so I cannot control that. I cannot control what those things are.
What we can control is we can stop them from having the nuclear weapon.
Here's the thing. You might be able to stop them from having a nuclear weapon,
right.
But as technology grows and becomes more accessible to people, this is going to become an increasingly difficult problem. And here's what we can't do. Here's what we can't do.
What can't we do?
Our strategy for battling terrorism can't be that you overthrow governments and then make the United States military commit 150,000 troops to those lands until they can somehow stabilize the governments long enough so that you can prevent 10 people from plotting destruction in a basement.
It's bankrupting the country.
It's bankrupting the country.
But you don't seem too concerned about Iran. You just don't seem to be that concerned about it.
Because Iran, like most of these other countries, has a self-preservationist streak. And I am a firm believer that self-preservationist streak keeps them, they understand. Look, there is no theory of mutual destruction with Iran. Let's say they get one off. It would be tragic.
Well, how will we trace it? We never trace it.
Please.
Look, they can't even question the underwear bomber.
If somebody,
all right? They can't get a guy with underwear and they can't get the answers.
Let's look at the geniuses we're up against. All right, Richard Reed was the airplane bomber. He tried to take that explosive and put it in his shoes.
Right.
It took them 8 years. And the plan they came up with in 8 years is, why don't we try sticking it under that guy's genitals? That's what they did in 8 years. They moved from the guy's shoes up to his underwear.
Right, and he got to Detroit, all right? So that's the frightening part about it. Now, trying Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in your living room, because you live downtown.
That's right.
And he's going to be in your living room.
That's right.
Are you down with that? You want that civilian
I'd like him tried, honestly, in the pit. I'd like him right in there. And I'd like him to be executed at halftime of the Super Bowl.
But really,
and then reanimated so we could do it every year. 600
million, 700 million going to cost the city. We don't have any money here anyway.
I'm glad to see that you're suddenly very concerned about cost.
I am. I'm a fiscal conservative.
No, and I think maybe when the Iraq War was coming up, you might have mentioned that. It would have been a big help.
I said many times on this program that was not a good thing to do. All right?
You said you would apologize if they didn't find weapons of mass destruction.
And I did. I said I was wrong many times. That whole Iraq thing did not go well. Let's go back to
KSM.
Yeah, where he should be tried in front of a military tribunal.
Now, I'm not against military tribunals.
But you can't, you're waffling now. You're in the middle. I need a strong VP. I know, you're waffling.
I'm not running with you.
Oh, you're not? You've turned it down already?
I am not running with you.
Come on.
I'm not going to be your VP because I know what that's going to be. I get one job, and that's to light the White House menorah. Not interested.
Okay, but look.
There are valid concerns about trying Khalid Sheikh Mohammed in a civilian court.
Right.
But one of the valid concerns isn't that it makes us a terrorist target and that it emboldens the enemy.
How do you know?
Because we're already a terrorist target.
Okay, that's like saying you got to close Guantanamo because it's a terrorist recruiting tool. They're already recruiting terrorists.
I think you're absolutely right. I don't think that's why we should close Guantanamo.
Why should we close it?
Because it's limbo.
It's limbo?
It doesn't fit with the American system of justice.
It's better to be there than in some penitentiary here.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I've been there. It is. Trust me.
No. I'm saying it's better to have them go through a system where you can go through and methodically show the world that the American judicial system has the integrity to withstand even the most vile
Does that
creatures.
include the Crips and the Bloods out in the yard confronting these guys? That's the American justice system inside prison. You know it, Stuart.
Absolutely.
Okay, final. Sarah Palin, you've been a little tough on Sarah Palin, haven't you? I mean,
no, I don't think so.
No, you haven't been mocking her.
Oh no, I mock her.
Yeah,
yeah, but I don't think I've been too tough.
No? What other woman in politics have you mocked to the extent that you've mocked Sarah Palin?
Probably Hillary Clinton.
Have you mocked Hillary that much? Mm-hmm. Yeah? More than Sarah? The same?
Well, Hillary's been around longer, but give Sarah time. I'll get there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll catch up.
You like her?
I don't know her.
No?
I'm not crazy about the whole real America vibe I get from her. That gets under my skin.
You don't think she's a real American?
No, I don't like the whole, like, there's a real America and then there's the coastal America.
You don't think there's a difference between San Francisco and Wasilla, Alaska?
In terms of
mentality and how you look at life?
I think there are individuals with let me put it this way. I don't say that where you live is the factor in deciding who you are.
Jon Stewart, everybody, there he is. All right, we hope you enjoyed it. In 2 footnotes, we have a brand new BillO'Reilly.com poll question for you. Please give the Stewart interview a grade from A to F. Please give the Stewart interview a grade. Also, as mentioned, the entire unedited interview with Mr. Stewart now posted on FoxNews.com. By the way, most of the reviews have been fair, with the exception of vile Fox News hater Brian Lowry, who consistently embarrasses the paper he works for, Variety. Can't believe the guy has a job. Next on the rundown, Laura Ingraham reacts to liberal America's view of Fox News. And later, the Culture Warriors on a new study about sex in the movies. Whoa. Right back.